So this is the presentation for the WVU International Internships. These are internships that you do receive WVU credit for, and we'll kind of just jump right in. So why an international internship? International internships are a very valuable part of the WVU experience. They can help gain firsthand professional experience. They will help you build a stronger resume, and they can help make career decisions for what is or isn't right for you. What a great opportunity to try out your career before you actually complete your degree, in case you decide that that's not what you want to do. You can develop skills to thrive in a cross-cultural environment, and you can also grow your global network. So for summer 2021, we have 9 different locations, and hopefully we'll have some of these again for next summer. As of right now, these summer locations are available. When you go to the location, you'll typically be in the major city. So for instance, in France, you'll be in Paris. But if the internship provider finds a really great internship that's not in, say, Paris or Sydney, then they'll come to you and ask you if this is something you're interested in. For instance, we had 2 students who were wildlife fisheries majors, and they had a great opportunity at the Canberra Zoo. And it was a little farther away from Sydney than they wanted, but the experience they had was worth every bit of it. So that is something you'll want to think about if they come to you with a certain offer. We have many, many different career fields. So anything from business to animal care, culinary, fashion design. Most locations can accommodate any major. However, there are some locations that are better for different majors. For instance, business, you can study business anywhere. International business is a huge market. So those would work in all the different locations. But maybe the sports management is a little more geared, say, to New Zealand. Government is great in the UK because you do have parliament and things like that. So you kind of just want to figure out where you want to go based on some of those career fields, but also where you want to be when you do your internship. If you look on our website, each location will say which majors are best fit for those locations as well. So our WVU internships have a course associated with them, and it is ARSC 402, Global Internship Experience. This is a full-time unpaid internship, about 32 hours a week, typically Monday through Friday for 8 weeks. You could be asked to work on weekends, especially if it's something that in that field is appropriate. For instance, we had a gentleman that went to Dublin, and he was a sports management major, and he helped put together tennis tournaments, and those were on the weekends a lot. But it's about 32 hours a week, so you still have plenty of time to explore and kind of take in the city that you're in, or travel if you would like to do that. Our internships are customized to meet your major, but also the experience you have in the major, as well as the career goals that you have. So we'll get into this a little bit when we talk about the application process, but it's really customized to you. It's not a one-size-fits-all, we just plug a person into. The course is fully online. It's a WVU course, as I said, ARSC, for 6 credits, and you take this while abroad. It may not meet all your major requirements. So if you're in a major that has an internship experience requirement, this one won't cover that. However, special arrangements can be made on a case-by-case basis. You just have to let us know, because there is some planning involved and some working with your department to make sure that your internship requirements are met. So what's included in the program costs? So you'll get your WVU course credits, your internship placement, the accommodations, which is shared apartment typically with other interns. So think a personal bedroom, but shared kitchen and living space. Cultural activities are included. Some of these we'll talk about with the on-ground orientation. And then you'll have a very extensive travel and health insurance. You'll also receive a pre-departure travel session with us from WVU and possibly the internship provider company as well. And then there are on-ground orientations. So they're going to show you where you live, where you work, and some have some cultural excursions. For instance, the Australia one, you go to the Great Barrier Reef excursion. So that's kind of neat. And then you'll also have on-ground support. So every location will have people that actually live in those countries, and they're kind of your guide. So if you want to know where to have dinner at, they'll help you with that. They'll also help you, hey, I need to get some printing done, maybe some major banners or things like that. So they'll help you take care of all of that on ground. What's not included and some other expenses to think about, of course, is airfare. But that can be as expensive or as cheap as you'd like to go. If you're willing to have a lot of layovers and maybe take a few red eyes, you could get a fairly cheap option. But if you want first class, then obviously that'll cost a little more. Local transportation. So bus passes, those types of things, taxis, Ubers, those are all on your own. But typically, if you walk a lot of places, then you won't have as much expenses in transportation. And then optional excursions. The third-party providers will put together some things that they think you might be interested in. Those will be optional. But then we also encourage you to travel on your own. A lot of our students that work the 32 hours, maybe they don't work Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and they'll take off for the weekend and go to different locations, because traveling in country is typically cheaper, especially in Europe. And then meals. Once again, you control how expensive that gets for you. If you buy groceries and eat in, obviously a lot cheaper than eating out all the time. And then visa requirements. I know visas are very scary sometimes, so you will have help with that. The third-party program provider will assist with that application and kind of the steps to do with that. So the application process, it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. So first, you select your destination. You go on our website, educationabroad.wvu.edu, and type in internship. You'll see all the locations there at your disposal. Once you click that, you'll see kind of the overview, how much it costs, what's included, kind of what we talked about here. But then you'll also see the majors that are really good for that destination. And then you'll just click apply to start your application. One optional visit you could do is meet with Career Services for a resume and cover letter review. They're there to help complete your resume, to kind of bulk it up if you need some help with that. And then you complete your WVU application, including a copy of your resume and cover letter. Once you have that in, we review that just to make sure that you have a 2.5 GPA or above, and that we think you have, a resume and cover letter that's complete enough to send to our third party. Once another optional visit, is visit the Career Services for interview prep. So the next step, you'll complete the placement application and interview with our internship coordinators from our third-party providers. And what they do is they're going to kind of talk with you, find out what skills you have in say business or marketing or animal care. How much animal care have you given or have in your background? So all of that, they will use that information and then go out and look for an internship for you. So like I said, it's super customized, and you'll go, once they find that placement, they'll come back to you and say, hey, this is what we found. And by all means, if that's not what you were thinking, maybe that's not the direction you wanted to go, let them know. They'll go back out and try again. But once you guys find kind of what you're looking for career goal wise, then you'll interview with that internship company. And then you accept your internship if they accept you. So stronger resumes, stronger cover letters, better interview skills, those are really important for you to get that unique special placement that you're looking for. So payments and scholarships. Everyone wants to know how you're going to pay for this, right? Since it is an unpaid internship, you're going to want to make sure that you have the funds to stay abroad. So you're going to pay through your WVU Star account, just like you would any other course. You're going to register for our course in April. And then payment will be due in May, usually right around that summer, whatever that summer deadline payment is. The summer payment plan is available. It's a great option, which you can break up your internship into 3 monthly payments, May, June, and July. The last I heard, there was no interest, and it was a $35 fee. So very reasonable to kind of break that up for you guys. Financial aid definitely may apply. Just check with the Mountaineer Hub. Since each student has different financial aid options and different needs, you'll just want to see what they can offer you. If you are a Pell Grant student, you will receive an additional $500 scholarship for our internship. So that's something really great if you're a Pell Grant. You can also use the summer Pell Grant if you're eligible for that. Another thing, if you're Pell Grant eligible, is the Benjamin A. Gilman Scholarship Program. This is a great internship, a great scholarship for students that receive Pell Grants. And our Aspire office will help with the application with that. They'll help with essays because there is an essay component. And I believe they get 7 to 8 students each year that receive that scholarship from Benjamin A. Gilman. So it's a great resource to use. And then check with your department for any additional grants and scholarships. I know things are kind of iffy with COVID right now, but some departments have additional grants and scholarship funding for students to study abroad. For instance, Eberly has the Academic Enrichment Grant, which is kind of a refund or a reimbursement that you get when you go on your study abroad. But definitely check with all of your departments. So here is our social media and our advising hours. Feel free to schedule an appointment, make an email, tweet at us, or post any questions you have on Facebook. Does anyone have any questions now? And if you'd like me to stop recording so you can have a question, just let me know.